Have you ever wanted to try your new character, but all you see is gibberish? I hope so, or watching this would be a waste of your time. These videos will help you understand how to properly use a character. I will not talk about artifacts or weapons, and your numbers and attack percentages may be different from mine. Check where my arrows are on your own character for your actual numbers. Today, we will be talking about Furina, who is the Hydro Archon. In Fontaine, certain objects interact with these black and white colored spheres. I will be referring to these as Fontaine colors. All characters from Fontaine can use one of these colors in some of their attacks. However, Furina can use both of these colors. Looking at her talents, the top one here is her normal attack, which is the left mouse or the circle button. It is a 4-hit combo and does attack according to this chart. Every 6 seconds when normal attacking, a black or white colored thorn will be shot at the enemy you are attacking and do this amount of attack. When you hold the button down, she does this amount of attack around her, uses this much stamina, and changes her Fontaine color from black to white or white to black. This is the amount of attack she will deal when landing on enemies from above, and this is the additional attack she will deal to enemies around her, depending on how high she was. The second talent is her elemental skill, activated by the E key or the right trigger. The elemental skill is different depending on whether her Fontaine color is white or black. When her Fontaine color is black, she will snap her fingers and deal this amount of attack around her, as well as summoning 3 animals. These animals move on their own and target interactable objects and enemies. They all have different damages based on Furina's maximum health, but it is not that important, as you can't choose which of them attacks when. When they attack, they will drain health from all of your party members according to this chart, until the party member is at half health. If you have a member of your party with over half of their health left, that will boost the animal's attacks to 110% of what it is normally, and this will increase for each of your party members up to 140%. The animals will despawn after 30 seconds. When her Fontaine color is white, she will summon a water singer. If you are within a certain distance from the singer, roughly every 2 seconds, it will heal the current character by this much of Furina's maximum health. The singer will also despawn after 30 seconds. You can swap between the black and white colors during the 30 seconds, and it will swap to either the animals or the singer. The 30-second timer does not reset when switching, and they will all despawn after 30 seconds have passed since you used the elemental skill. Additionally, during the 30 seconds, Furina can walk on water. This works anywhere. And since you can reuse the skill after 20 seconds, this can be indefinite. The third talent is her elemental burst, activated with the Q key or the triangle button. When used, it will deal this amount of attack around her based on her maximum health. For the next 18 seconds, indicated by the bubbles on the edges of the screen, every time someone in your party gains or loses 1% of their health, your party's damage is increased by this much, and any healing gained is increased by this much. The maximum amount of times this can happen is 300. Once the 18 seconds are up, the increases go away. The cooldown of the elemental burst is 3 seconds shorter than the length of the effect, so you can chain these together to keep those percentages rising. Her fourth talent says that when you are healed by something other than Furina, which is her white elemental skills singer, and their health goes over their maximum, she will heal the rest of the party by 2% of their maximum health twice over 4 seconds. So for example, if a character with 95 out of 100 HP was healed for 10 HP by Barbara, normally the character would be healed by 5 HP and that is it. However, this talent lets the other party members that are missing HP benefit from the overhealing. So in that situation, if there was another character in the party at 50 out of 100 HP, they would receive 2% of 100 twice, meaning they would end up at 54 HP because of Furina's talent. This would obviously be much higher in reality because nobody has 100 HP. The fifth talent says that for every 1000 points of maximum health Furina has, which here would be 33, it would increase the black elemental skill animal's damage by 0.7% per point, up to 28%, which means it would max out at 40,000 health. It will also decrease the roughly 2-second interval for the white elemental skill Singer's healing by 0.4% per point to a max of 16%, which also maxes out at 40,000 health. And the sixth talent allows the cooldown for the underwater sea creature's attacks you use to be 30% faster. That's these things. The skill cooldown is faster. Now, let's move on to Furina's Constellation. You normally acquire these by wishing for another copy of Furina on her banner. If you don't plan on wishing for her again, you don't need to know these. The first star says that when you use her elemental burst, your stats will be as though your party has already gained or lost 1% of their health 150 times. It also raises the limit of that happening from 300 to 400. The second star makes it so that while the 18 seconds of her elemental burst are ongoing, every time a party member triggers the 1% health change, it would be as if it had triggered 2.5 times. Once the cap of 400 times is hit, which will only take 100 health changes, with the 2.5 times increase and the initial 150, it will swap from increasing the healing or damage of the party and will increase Furina's maximum health by 0.35% up to 140% of its normal value, which is another 400 points, or 160 health changes. The third star automatically increases the level of her Elemental Burst's talent by 3, and increases its maximum level from 10 to 15. The fourth star makes it so that when the animals from the Black Elemental skill hit an enemy, or the Singer from the White Elemental skill heals you, Furina will gain 4 elemental energy every 5 seconds this happens. Elemental energy is used to activate her Elemental Burst. The fifth star automatically increases the level of her Elemental Skills talent by 3, and increases its maximum level from 10 to 15. The sixth and final star makes it so that when Furina uses either elemental skill, black or white, for the next 10 seconds, her normal attacks, charged attacks, and plunging attacks will all do hydro damage and have their damage increased by 18% of Furina's maximum health. In addition, when using a normal, charged, or plunging attack during the 10 seconds after using her elemental skill, when she has the Fontaine color black, the party will be healed for 4% of Furina's maximum health every second for 2.9 seconds until it is triggered again. If she has the Fontaine color white, the damage of the normal, charged, or plunging attack used will be increased again by 25% of Furina's maximum HP, and all party members will lose 1% of their maximum health per hit. Both of these effects can be triggered every 0.1 seconds, up to 6 times during the 10 seconds after using her elemental skill. So, that was my explanation of how Furina works. Man, the sixth constellation is weird. If this character fits into a strategy you have, amazing. I have Furina on my team, and I use her elemental skill as damage or healing when she is off of the field. So, please comment and tell me if I can't read, or if you need a healer and you now use her. If you are still confused, remember that you can rewind the video with the J and left arrow keys. Be seeing you.